Here is the story. Oh, dear listeners, gather round and bear witness to the tale of my woeful encounter with the InterContinental Edinburgh The George, a supposedly luxurious establishment touted as a 5-star hotel, but in reality, a den of disappointment and disillusionment. As I stepped into this supposed sanctuary, I was immediately struck by the freezing cold air wafting through the vents. It was as if the heating system had given up, much like my hopes and dreams of a comfortable stay. I mean, who expects to shiver in a luxury hotel, right? It's like they were trying to turn me into an ice sculpture, a human popsicle, stuck in a perpetual state of discomfort. But I digress. I booked a twin room, only to find myself in room 93, a space that seemed to have been plucked straight from a bad 90s time capsule. The heater blew loudly and slowly from the ceiling, creating a rude, ear-splug-worthy din that made me question the very fabric of reality. And don't even get me started on the blanket reeking of dog, a pungent aroma that lingered like a bad omen. Now, you might think, but what about the location, dear storyteller? Ah, yes, the location was indeed well situated, but that's where the positives end. You see, room 93 was situated directly above the wedding reception room, which might as well have been a war zone. The noise, the chaos, the incessant thumping of bass. It was like being trapped in a sonic nightmare. I felt like I was stuck in some kind of bizarre, never-ending wedding reception with no escape from the cacophony of celebration and the service. Oh, dear listener, the service was a masterclass in ineptitude. I asked for a non-alcoholic sparkling wine, only to be met with a befuddled expression, a half-hearted apology, and a hasty retreat. It was as if they were trying to avoid me, to shirk their responsibilities, and leave me to stew in my own disappointment. But what really takes the cake is the checkout experience. Imagine waiting 40 minutes for your luggage, only to be told that the manager has disappeared, leaving you to foot the bill for the extra charges. It's like they wanted to rub salt in the wound, to pour vinegar on my already frayed nerves. And don't even get me started on the unauthorized charges on my credit card. £400 vanished into thin air like magic, only to be told that it was a glitch in the system. A glitch, you say, more like a deliberate attempt to fleece unsuspecting customers, if you ask me. As I reflect on my stay at the InterContinental Edinburgh The George, I am reminded of the wise words of my grandmother, who always said, "You get what you pay for, but sometimes you get less." Ah, the bitter taste of disappointment, the sting of broken promises, the crushing weight of unmet expectations. So, dear listeners, I ask you, have you ever experienced a stay as woeful as mine? Share your worst hotel experiences in the comments below. Let us commiserate. Let us vent. Let us expose the perpetrators of these heinous crimes against humanity. I mean, against good customer service. Join me next time when I'll regale you with tales of woe and disappointment, of hotels that promise the world.
Let's be frank, the businesses surrounding the InterContinental Edinburgh The George, they're a bit of a letdown. It's not a vibrant ecosystem of charming local establishments. It's more like a carefully curated, slightly cynical experience designed to extract maximum currency from visitors. And honestly, it feels sad, like a beautiful painting with a crucial brushstroke missing. That's what the collective experience suggests anyway. Let's unpack that, shall we? Because looking at the evidence, that's precisely what we're dealing with. First, the shopping, specifically St James Quarter. Now on the surface, a brand new, gleaming shopping center seems like a good thing. But these establishments near the hotel, they aren't places, they are voids, soulless cathedrals to consumerism. Reviews repeatedly describe it as lacking character, a drafty, claustrophobic space that has actively harmed the nearby Prince's Street. It's almost as if they've created a black hole of retail, sucking the life out of everything around it. One reviewer even called it pretentious. A strong word, but not, I suspect, inaccurate. The issues are widespread. People are finding themselves trapped in a wind tunnel of designer stores, paying exorbitant prices for things they don't need and feeling empty. It's not just about the cost, it's about the feeling. One individual had a genuinely terrifying experience at Starbucks within the quarter, served a coffee containing dairy despite explicitly stating a medical allergy. 3 times they repeated themselves. 3 times. That's not carelessness, that's a disregard for human well-being dressed up in a green apron. It makes my chest tighten, frankly. To think someone could have ended up in hospital because of a simple oversight or worse, indifference. And then there's the matter of hostility. Reports of teenagers harassing Asian patrons with racist remarks are deeply disturbing. A beautiful place, as one reviewer put it, defiled by prejudice. It's chilling. It suggests a deeper problem, a rot beneath the polished surfaces. Even something as basic as returning a faulty t-shirt becomes a Kafkaesque nightmare in Hugo Boss. A gentleman was apparently accused of damaging the item and had security called on him for simply stating his opinion. Security over a t-shirt. It's absurd. It's the kind of power dynamic that sets my teeth on edge, and the complaints about heating, or lack thereof, are pervasive. Open-roofed areas in Scotland, what kind of architectural hubris is that? It's not just cold, it's a deliberate discomfort. Then we move to the hospitality sector and the Kimpton Charlotte Square Hotel. It presents a facade of luxury, but cracks appear quickly. The most common refrain, deceptive charges. Guests are hit with unexpected fees, and then met with vague responses and no accountability when they try to resolve them. It's a subtle scam, expertly designed to exploit tired travelers. One reviewer even described it as a polished scam. That phrase stayed with me, polished, because that's what they're selling, an illusion of refinement that hides a core of dishonesty. Beyond the billing issues, there are reports of downright squalor. Ant infestations, mold in the showers, thin walls. It sounds less like a luxury hotel and more like a slightly nicer hostel. And the service. Unprofessional at best, actively hostile at worst. One guest had a rather unfortunate incident involving their breakfast, followed by their mother becoming ill, and the staff seemed unconcerned. It's appalling. It leaves a hollow feeling in your core. And it's not just the hotel itself. BABA, the restaurant associated with the Kimpton, is equally problematic. While the food might be okay, and that's being generous, according to several accounts, the service is consistently described as atrocious. Racial discrimination, dismissive waiters, and a generally unwelcoming atmosphere are common complaints.
One review described staff openly gossiping about customers. Gossiping, it's simply unacceptable. And there's a distinct pattern of trying to upsell, push bottled water when tap water is requested, and generally treating customers like walking wallets. What strikes me is the sheer arrogance. They know they're relying on tourist traffic, and they don't seem to care about providing a genuine, hospitable experience. They've created a system that prioritizes profit over people. Le Petit Beefbar continues the theme. Exorbitant prices for mediocre food, rude service, and a general air of entitlement. Complaints about food poisoning are particularly alarming. Food poisoning.
Businesses near InterContinental Edinburgh The George, they can be so sneaky sometimes, especially with tourists. I was just looking around and oh my god, it's so depressing. Like, why do people do this? First, there's these gift shops, okay? Like the ones on Prince's Street, super close to the hotel. They sell Harry Potter stuff, candy, all cute things, right? But guess what? They don't pay taxes, like at all. They keep changing the owners secretly, some shady people hiding behind fake companies, so they don't have to give money to the city. And the worst part, tourists buy from them thinking it's legit, but the stuff might be fake or low quality, and the city gets nothing. Like, how is that fair? What happens next? Probably the shops stay open, making money, and no one stops them because the system is too slow. Tourists leave, never knowing they got scammed. Then the Royal Mile, oh my god, it's like a trap. So many stores there, like they look cute, but they're just waiting to trick you. Prices, crazy high, quality, bad. They sell cheap souvenirs for so much money, and tourists don't even realize because they're excited, you know. And the shops, they don't even care. They know you're only here for 2 weeks, so they take advantage. What happens next? The tourists buy stuff, feel ripped off later, but by then they're already gone. The shops, still there, still scamming. And then there's the legal but still mean stuff. Like shops not showing prices or pretending something is special when it's just cheap stuff.